Welcome to my very first reading vlog. So this should be fun. A little coffee here. So I have the next few days off and I wanted to tackle one of my physical TBR books, and that is going to be Sara J Maas's House of Earth and Blood, Crescent City. The second book comes out on Monday, so I want to try to read this before then. It's pretty thick. It has almost 800 pages in it. It's Friday, so yeah, we're gonna start. I'm gonna talk about it and bring you along on the journey, and we'll see how this reading vlog goes. My hair looks crazy, but yeah, so let's go. So I'm only on page 10, and I've already had to pull out a highlighter and tabs, which I'm gonna have to get more tabs because we're at the end of it, but it's a lot of info dumping in the beginning, which is fine, but my brain is not gonna remember all this stuff when I'm on page 700, so I've gotta like highlight and make tabs. So this is what we're doing right now. Just wanted to give a little update. And I've already had to look up what the heck a chimera is because I'd never heard of that. But in case you don't know, it's a female fire-breathing monster with a lion's head, a goat's body, and a serpent's tail. I don't know what the heck I'm reading right now. But I'm intrigued. My dog decided to roll around in dirt outside, so she's got all this dirt on her back. Zoe, what were you doing outside? Huh? All right, I am running errands. I'm outside of Target, and anybody else go in with a list and then come out with like twice as much as what you intended to get. So the plan is to just get what is on my list, but I gotta walk by the book section. It just calls me. So we'll see if I end up with anything.
Full stop. Can't believe I live in your thoughts. I think about you all the time, morning, evening, and midnight. Such a wonderful delight. Forgo, give up everything that I own. Yeah, I'd give it all up now just to be with you somehow. Unexpected love was found.
This cover.
You're the rose in a garden, it shows if I'm honest. You're the leaves in mid-August, and I've come out here to say that I love.
So quick update, I am on page 35. This is day 2. I didn't obviously get very far. I'm struggling right now. It's not really gripping me. The main character, Bryce or Brees, not sure how that's said, but I don't know. This is my first Sara J Maas book, so I am, as of right now, not impressed, but only on page 35. This is reading more like a YA adult fantasy, which is fine, but I thought this was supposed to be her first adult fantasy, so okay. Just giving a little update. I'm hoping that this picks up soon because this is a massive book and I cannot read it if it's gonna be at this pace for the whole time. So hoping that this improves sooner rather than later. So that's my update for now.
just checking in. Today is Valentine's Day, and I am finally on page 237. Yesterday was Super Bowl Sunday, so I didn't get too much reading done, but just wanted to give an update. I am finally starting to enjoy this book, thank goodness, because I was afraid I was going to end up DNFing it. But so let's talk about some things that were kind of annoying in the beginning. Lots of info dumping, which is fine. It's a fantasy book. I expect that. Some world building. Just wasn't really enjoying the writing style and the way that it was done. Yeah, I had to definitely get used to that. Not a fan of some of the lingo in this world, like alpha, whole, and God's damned, mostly because it's just used so repetitively and it's like cringy sometimes. Lots of going back and forth from the characters' first and last names. I'm like, there's already a million characters, not a million characters, but there's already a lot of information being thrown at you at once in the first like 100 pages. So now you want me to remember their first and last name and what kind of creature they are or magical person they are. So this is me just nitpicking. So that was kind of getting on my nerves, but now I'm enjoying it. I am loving the banter between Hunt and Brees. I'm at the part where Brees's brother is explaining what the horn is and why their father wants them to find, or that their father wants her brother to find it. And it's getting interesting. It's giving me like supernatural vibes, like from the show Supernatural, when Dean and Sammy would have to go and like find specific or like hunt specific creatures. So that's super fun. Yeah, so now I'm having fun, thank goodness. And if I continue to enjoy it, I will pre-order the second book, which comes out tomorrow. I probably won't read them back to back because I'm definitely gonna need a break. I'm thinking, depending on how this ends, probably gonna need a break because they're both really long books. So might need something a little shorter in the middle. I don't know, we'll see. But finally enjoying it. I hope everyone has a fantastic Valentine's Day. This will definitely be out long after Valentine's Day, but hope you have a wonderful Valentine's Day. And yeah, so Super Bowl party last night was fun. We got to drive by the Ravens Stadium on the way home. That was cool. It was all lit up purple. Let's just put it in the atmosphere. The Ravens will be in the Super Bowl next year. Can we let's just emit that energy into the atmosphere? Anyway, see ya for my next update.
You're the rose in a garden, and it shows if I'm honest. You're the leaves in mid-August.
Hello, this is the end of my first reading vlog. Today is Friday the 18th. I finished the book on Wednesday, and the hype is real. The hype is real. I really enjoyed it. I did give the book 4.5 stars. There was a couple things that kind of I didn't really enjoy too much. They're very like minor things, just minor things. But man, Sara J Maas, that was an adventure. So the parts, and this is gonna be spoilers because at this point, I mean, the book's been out a year and it's gonna be hard for me not to talk about it without spoilers. But the whole part leading up to the summit and then after the summit was non-stop. I could not, like, I had like anxiety while I was reading it because there was just so many things happening. So that whole part, the way she wrote that was fabulous. I finally started to love the characters because there was a time where like Bryce, we're gonna call her Quinlan because they use both first and last names in the book. We're gonna call her Quinlan because I don't know which way. I don't know if it's Bryce or Bryce. So Quinlan got on my nerves a lot. She was, I don't know, it was just something about her that just like annoyed me. I mean, and there's parts where it's like I understand why she's acting the way she is, but then sometimes it was just, she was just being extra. She was just being extra. When she was taking out Micah though, oh my gosh. And then even after that, the whole time with the like light and the drop and all that, oh my goodness, straight up warrior mode to the fullest. When she not only killed Micah, she split him in half, well, in quarters, maybe even more than that, and then proceeded to burn him and vacuum up his ashes. I'm like, oh, okay, she is literally vacuuming up his ashes. Okay, she went there. That's cool. That's cool. I see what we're doing. Yeah, but overall, I really enjoyed the book. Her brother, I think my favorite character was her brother. And I don't know why. I just felt really bad for him. I felt like she was being so mean to him. I know he called her, whatever. But I just felt like she was being so mean to him. I hope to see more of him in the second book. I do, love Hunt. He's awesome. Fury. Yes, I want to see more of her in the second book. 100%. It's just so cool. Like, you had mer people and vampires and werewolves and fae and witches, and it just was so much fun. It was really, really fun. I'm glad I finally read it. 4.5 stars, like I said. Just for some pacing issues and a couple things that I didn't really like too much. But overall, I thought it was a fantastic book. I get all the Sara J Maas hype now, and I already have the second book. So I did order it because I was enjoying it so much. I was like, oh, let me order this. So I already have the second book. I'm going to take a break and read a couple other things before I read it. I'm not like on Book Talk and Twitter and all that stuff, so I'm not worried about spoilers. So I'll get to it when I get to it. But I'm excited to read the rest of her books. So I had fun doing this vlog. I didn't really get a chance. I wanted to do the video right after I finished it because I was like, after you finish a good book, your like adrenaline's going, and it probably would have been incoherent. So I'm glad I waited a couple days to talk about it. But yeah, overall, it was a fantastic book. Okay, I knew there was something else I wanted to talk about. This book made me cry, okay? Lahaba. Like, oh my gosh. Like, I was like bawling over this little fire sprite. Like, oh my gosh. And it doesn't take much for me to cry. Like, I literally just cried watching the new Jurassic Park trailer. So it doesn't take me much. So, I'm super excited that Dr. Grant and Dr. Malcolm and Dr. Statlinger, I think it's Statlinger, I'm super excited they're back. So a little side note, yes, it doesn't take me much to cry, but that part crushed me. It killed me. It was so good. She wrote that so good. So I didn't want to forget that part. So this book will definitely pull at your heartstrings if you're a crier. If not, you might not care, but the sun has decided to show up today here in Maryland. So yeah, I just wanted to mention that because I really, really, I don't want to say I love that part because she died, but it was that whole scene in the art gallery was perfect. And that creepy thing in the water tank, that thing scared me. It was just the way she described the way it looked at you, and I can imagine it like being in this giant tank, like just like staring at you. No, that thing creeped me out too. And I'm remembering stuff from the book. It was so good. It was so good. I really, really loved it. So I can't wait to read the second one. I just wanted to add that while I was editing. This is editing me, Venus. So back to the regularly scheduled program. And okay. So there was like 2 steamy scenes in it. Lots of angst. I appreciated that, like building up to it, but then when the scene came, I was like, I skimmed through it. I don't know. It was like a little. Then like after Hunt and Quinlan almost like died, the first thing they do is go back to the apartment, and I'm like, okay, I get it. Like, you almost died. Like it's time. And then her mom calls. Okay, clearly your mom's alive, so that can wait. Like, finish your business. And I don't know. I was just like that. The last like 50 pages, it was like, I don't know. It felt like rushed, like compared to like this huge like roller coaster, and then it kind of like crashed a little bit. I still loved it. Like I said, 100%. Gonna read more of her books. So thank you for joining me along this journey of reading Crescent. What the heck is this called? House of Earth and Blood. Oh my God, I'm still waking up, you guys. I'm still waking up. But thank you for coming along on this journey as I read my first Sara J Maas book. I appreciate you as always for hanging out, and I look forward to doing more reading vlogs. I had fun. And my dog made an appearance. So I know I gave her a little bit of a hard time in my last video, but she made an appearance, and I'm sure she'll make plenty more of appearances in my future reading vlogs. But have a fantastic day, and I will see you next time. See ya.